Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time checking your girl out, I'd love it if you stopped for a second and just subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a little chit chat get ready with me because I've just been loving doing these videos. So it is going to be on this look over here, which I think will be perfect for like a holiday party or something around this time of year that is not your like classic red lip and wing liner, because we see a ton of those, but I feel like this is just so timeless. It's very, very flattering, and I don't know, I just kind of love it. This makeup look was actually inspired by a picture that I saw over on Twitter, and then I tracked down the makeup artist. It is Faces by Rob on Instagram. I will have him linked down below so you guys can see the picture in better detail. I'm also going to be testing out the brand new Maybelline SuperStay Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. And what's even more exciting is I've actually teamed up with Maybelline, who is sponsoring this video, so thank you so much to them. You guys know I have loved Maybelline for so long on my channel. I've done countless videos featuring their products, so when they reached out to me about this, I was so excited. Plus, a lot of you guys mentioned that you wanted to see my review on this foundation. Spoiler alert, I am kind of obsessed with it, so if you want to see how this performs on my skin, then definitely keep on watching. If you want to see how this foundation lasts sort of throughout the day, then definitely check out week number 4 of my weekly vlogs, because I will be wearing this today and I will be vlogging, so you can just check out that video to see how it lasts, and I'll kind of give some little insights on that. It should already be up, so I'll have it linked somewhere over here. But anyways, I've been chatting already. This is gonna be a long video. You guys know my chit chat get ready with me's, but I hope you enjoy it, and yeah, let's jump in. I've already gone ahead and done my brows. In the photo, her brows look very like feathery, so I tried to kind of mimic that. Which is generally the same brows that I always do, but I am going to go with a little primer. This is the Coconut Skin Smoothing Primer by First Aid Beauty. This doesn't really like prolong the wear of the makeup, because the foundation that I'm going to be using is kind of like a long wearing foundation, but since it's a summer, since it's a winter, I generally need to use like a more hydrating base, especially when going in with mattifying foundations. So I'm just smoothing this all over the skin, and then also in the photo her skin looks so glowy. So I'm just going ahead and color correcting around my mouth as I normally do with every single foundation that I use, and then just slightly under the eyes and on my birthmark as well. So now for the start of the show, we are using the new Maybelline SuperStay Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I'm so excited to use this. A lot of you guys were requesting it as well, so here it finally is. This is great because they came out with 16 different shades as their first launch. I actually have all of the deeper shades right over here, as you can see. So there's a really great variation between them, which I really do appreciate. So thank you, Maybelline, for that. I'm just going to read over a couple of the claims. So it says that it's a full coverage foundation, so it's meant to be very pigmented. It's up to 24-hour wear, seamless matte finish, breathable and comfortable, fade and transfer resistant. Oh my god, I really hope it's transfer resistant, because I have that problem with a lot of my foundations. It says it's oil-free, doesn't clog pores, and it is dermatologist tested. I don't know about you, but those claims sound amazing to me. Also, these are available at all drugstores, so, and they just launched in Canada too, so I'm really excited about that. They were already launched in the US, I believe. So I'm gonna be mixing 2 different shades. I feel like Warm Coconut would have been perfect as my summer shade, but I think I need to mix in a little bit of a lighter shade right now. So I think I'm gonna mix maybe Warm Sun, Coconut and Warm Sun. By the way, this is what the packaging looks like. I love the packaging. It reminds me of the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the fact that it's like a glass bottle, but this actually has a pump, and the pump is actually really good, guys. They say you can use this with a brush or a beauty blender, so I am gonna be using a beauty blender because that is just my weapon of choice when it comes to makeup. So let's go ahead and dab this. I hope that's not too light. I probably should have mixed in a little. Wow, okay. That is actually so pigmented. They do say that since this is so pigmented, if you're choosing your shade, just like kind of swatch it on your hand first and then allow it to dry and then see if the shade matches. It doesn't oxidize, but because it's so pigmented, by the time it dries, it may or may not be a different shade. As you saw, like on the first swipe, it looked very light, but now it's like blending into my skin perfectly. So I'm just gonna scooch in a little bit closer so you can see how this foundation looks on the skin. It looks like beautiful. Like it actually looks so good. I need to put a mirror up close. It does not emphasize any texture in my skin. It went on really, really nice. And the thing that I really like about it is that it actually is a soft matte. Like it's not like a dry matte. It feels very comfortable on the skin. And as you can see, there's still like sort of a natural glow. But if you were to look at it, like obviously with the lights on me, it looks a little more glowy. But in person, like it sets to a natural matte like really, really quickly, which I love. Okay, moving on. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape. So of course I always go in with the shade Deep first. And then over top that, I go in with Tan Sand just a little bit. I don't like it to be too highlighted. Although in the photo, yeah, it kind of just looks more like a natural highlight. There definitely is some brightness under there. So yeah. I don't think I'm going to set the rest of my face because that foundation set really, really nicely, and it does say it's transfer resistant, and I feel like that's true. Like I'm not really getting any on my fingers. So just underneath my eyes though, I always have to set that because I have like lines under there, so it tends to crease. You guys know I've been loving the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal powder. This is like my favorite under eye setting powder. I just really love it. I find it adds a beautiful glow. And honestly, in the picture of the model, like she looked like she had some sort of really brightening powder under the eyes, and I feel like this is going to give us that exact same effect. So it just started snowing in Toronto. Well, not just started, it started like literally exactly a week ago, like right after my parents left. I had such high hopes that we wouldn't get snow until January, because that's what usually happens in Toronto. Like we haven't really had much snow in the recent years, which honestly kind of scares me, but I also am not a fan of the snow, so I'm kind of happy about that. I'm not a fan of this cold weather. I want to move somewhere much warmer. I just can't. Like I actually can't. Well, let me know if you guys get snow where you live. I know like in the south, kind of in Texas and stuff, like y'all have been getting snow, which is so crazy. And then London got snow, like it's so weird. But anyways, I'm actually going out today, which is what I was getting at. Because when it snows, I just hate going outside my house, but I actually have some errands to run today, so that's why I'm doing this get ready with me. I am vlogging, so you can check my vlog. It should be up by the time you guys are watching this already, and you can check that vlog to see kind of how the foundation lasted throughout the day. I'm not gonna like make it like a full review or anything, but I will kind of chat about like, oh, I'm wearing a new foundation, whether it's lasting long, etc, etc. Right now I'm just going in with one of my favorite bronzers. This is the Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I just got some of this bronzer in my mouth and it literally tastes like chocolate, and I'm not mad about it. I know I said this in the beginning, but I honestly haven't been so inspired by another makeup look in a while, and it's so funny because that's like such a simple makeup look, but it's just so freaking beautiful. Like the second I saw that, I first saw it on Jackie Aina's Twitter. I think she like retweeted it or something, and I was like, oh my god, I screenshotted it, and then I went on Instagram and I just went to my explore page and I saw that photo again. I'm like, this is a sign. And then I found the actual makeup artist that did the makeup, and I was just like, that's it. I saved the photo, I looked at all the details of the products that he used, I literally inspected that photo, and I'm like, I need to recreate that look, so that's what I did. For blush, I'm using Chivalry by Makeup Geek, and this is like one of my all-time favorite blushes, just kind of yearly round. It looks very like almost just like a natural flush, and that's what the blush looked like on her cheeks. I don't have one that looked exactly like that blush, and he didn't list it, so I'm not exactly sure what he used, but I feel like this is close enough. It kind of just looks like a flush, like I just went out in the cold or something. I'm gonna use this brush over here. I really need to clean all my makeup brushes, like they are filthy right now. But I'm just gonna take my Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil bronzer and run that through my crease. and kind of just all over the eye, to be honest. And he also brought it down kind of like under here as well. So I think that was a good base, but I definitely need a little more of like an orange hue. So I recently just got this little trio from Smashbox. I think it's so cute. Look at it. It's like a little lens. So cool. But yeah, anyways, this is their new photo edit eyeshadow trio, and this one is a nudie pick deep, and it's just like a bunch of mattes. So I'm gonna take this one over here on a different brush and just kind of see if this will get me a little closer to the image. Oh yeah, this is exactly what I needed. Whoa, that shadow is like super pigmented. I like those. Definitely will be traveling with this. It's like the perfect little palette. So anyways, I'm just kind of washing this color, kind of concentrating it towards the outer corner, but I do kind of want it all over the eyes as well. Okay, so now for the difficult part, it's the smoky wing. I'm gonna be taking this Maybelline eyeliner. This is the one that they did with Gigi Hadid. It's just like a black gel eyeliner, and I've actually been using this a lot lately. So I'm gonna use this and just kind of like roughly put it on my top lash line. I like this because it's super creamy. I'm gonna take this eyeliner, this like angled liner brush, and I'm just gonna smudge that out. And I want to like extend it. Oh god, I think I need both hands for this. This could either make or break the entire look, so. I'm gonna take a little bit of this dark brown in that same Smashbox palette. And just on a more like denser brush, it's not so much like an eyeliner brush, I'm gonna use that, I'm just gonna like tap that over and blend it out a little more. Just to soften it. I was gonna use black at first because that's what it looked like he used, but I'm obviously not a pro makeup artist, so I don't want this to end up really bad. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. I'm also gonna drag just whatever's remaining on this brush, drag that kind of like down here as well. And then actually it did kind of look like, now that I'm looking at it, it did kind of look like he had a lighter matte shade on the lid. So I'm gonna go back in with the Smashbox palette, and I feel like this shade would be perfect for that. I'm gonna go in with like a kind of bigger brush and just lightly tap that right into the center. I don't want it to be like very noticeable though. So then there's also some eyeliner on the tight line and then also the waterline. So I'm just gonna do that. So we're all done with this eye. I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other eye and then be back. I'm gonna add a little bit of that lighter shade just on my brow bone as well. It doesn't look like she has something like shiny on there. It's just kind of like a matte cream shade, like almost just blends into her skin tone. So I think this is the perfect shade. I really like this palette. I'm gonna add a small coat of mascara. This is the Scrumptious Extreme Lash Multiplying Volume Mascara by Estee Lauder. I am going to be adding falsies though, so this is kind of just as a base for the falsies. But it looks like she has some individual lashes, so I don't have individuals, nor do I know how to apply individual lashes. So I'm just going to add a very natural pair of lashes. The lashes that I'm going to be using are my favorites. These are Serendipity by Velour, and they just look like this. They're like super natural looking. Yeah, this is what they look like. They're like super natural looking. They almost don't even look like I'm wearing lashes when I wear them, but they do add really nice kind of just volume and fluff to my lash. So I'm gonna apply these and then I'll be back. The lashes are on. I also added some mascara to my lower lash line, and I am loving how this makeup is turning out right now. I am gonna quickly contour my nose because I feel like it kind of got lost in the sauce over here. So I'm just gonna take my same bronzer. This isn't going to give me like a really chiseled contour nose, but it is going to add slightly more definition. Now we can finally work on the highlight, which I feel like is going to bring this entire look together. So first off, I'm going to go in with, Guys, I've been using this pretty much in every video. This is the Bronze Glow by Bobbi Brown. It is my all-time favorite highlighter. So I'm going to take a little bit of that first. I'm going to be layering highlights. So, oh, I just freaking love how this goes on the cheeks. Like, it is actually beautiful. So it looks like he also highlighted her brow, like right above the brow over here. So I'm gonna highlight right above the brow, just kind of like right over there. And then kind of even just the forehead in general looks very highlighted. So I'm gonna add some highlight over there, and then I'm gonna take another damp beauty blender and just kind of run over that just to make sure it's not like too extreme, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna just take a different highlighting brush, and the nose is like very highlighted, so she kind of has some like right at the tip over here. He actually used the Dose of Colors Fuego, but I have Mirame, so I'm gonna use that instead because it suits my skin tone a little more. So I'm gonna take that on a slightly more like defined highlighting brush, and I'm just gonna layer that right on top. Ooh! So beautiful. Okay, so I think we are glowing enough, and then I'm not going to use like a prolong wear setting spray or anything like my Urban Decay All Nighter, which is what I normally use. I'm going to use the MAC Fix Plus because it does kind of look like her skin just has a healthy glow kind of all over it. And then also I want to see how long this foundation lasts, so I'm going to be using that. This is in a different bottle. Like, I just took my MAC Fix Plus and put it in this bottle because I like the sprayer on this more. So let's do this. I almost forgot, she also has this in her inner corner, so I'm gonna take a little bit of that and place that right in the inner corner. So the only thing left now are the lips, and in the photo he actually used the Dose of Colors Chocolate Wasted, and I was kind of comparing online, and the closest that I could find that I had in my collection is the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in Naughty by Nature, which is actually one of my all-time favorite liquid lipsticks in general. I'm gonna line my lips with the MAC Chestnut Lip Liner. This is a new one. And her lips are like perfectly lined, which is why I'm going in with this. Normally I just go straight in with the liquid lipstick, but I want to make sure this looks like crisp. Alright guys, this is the completed look. I am so obsessed with this. Oh my god, I haven't worn a deep chocolate brown lip in so long, and I feel like I did a pretty good job in comparison to the photo. Obviously the skin looks absolutely flawless thanks to the Maybelline SuperStay foundation. I'm so obsessed with this foundation. I don't know if it's too soon to say, but I feel like this might be my new favorite drugstore foundation. So I will have it linked down below. I would highly recommend you check it out. It's amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you so much to Maybelline for teaming up with me and yeah, letting me try out this new SuperStay foundation. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel if this is your first time checking me out. I love you guys so, so much. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye everyone!